Just a moment.
Hare Krishna, dear.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I don't know what happened there at all. So hopefully everybody.
No problem.
Everybody can come back. I've just gone live on Facebook again as well now. So I'll just hopefully Prabhu can come back as well. All the Chinese devotees can come back. Just going to organize the Facebook page.
Yes. Contact with them because they also can't get in. Lalita Madhava.哈利波，哈利波，
哎，波，听到吗？
听到，可以。
断了吗？刚刚上了。
对对。
那个是什么呀？
帕布第一次看到你。
刚才的话呢，就是说的话，讲到一半呢，它中断了，后来登
没有，是大家，对对对，是的，都是一样的。
现在的话呢，就是因为时间关系呢，请拉丽塔玛罗巴布啊，还有其他奉献者来开始荣耀吧，好吧？
好的，好的，好，谢谢，谢谢帕布。
好的，好的。
拉丽塔玛的话，帕布你最后一个好吗？你压轴，然后再唱诵一下。
萨西卡拉，他们分享没有？
萨西卡拉分享吗？
要可以了，我们的那部分享了，你这个全部我
可以。
萨西卡啊。
可能他也是断了，可能刚刚进来。
对。
那你分享什么？
拉丽塔玛罗巴布开始，你分享呗。
好，拉丽塔玛的话，帕布，
我向姑爹还有圣哈利达达布去宣传点爱。
I pay my thousands of obeisance to Sri Vijñāna Bhāratī Mahārāja and Haridas Thakur.
还有在场的各位奉献者。
And all devotees here.
今晚没有什么分享，我是说，讲一个，我想对我的心意讲。心意
He just want to talk to his mind.
心意啊，请你不要以姑爹的有没有给我甚至作为我灵修不进步的借口。
你再讲一遍。心意啊什么？
请你不要以姑爹有没有给我甚至作为我灵修不进步的借口。
He said, "Oh, my mind. Don't give the excuse. Don't give excuse that if Mahārāja give me the instruction."
2015年11月，当我在圣地参迪卡接受第二次洗礼后。
During 2015, November 2015, at Chandika, he got the second initiation.
我立刻问道：“我回去后我该怎么办？”
He suddenly asked the Gurudev, "What should I do when I go back to China?"
我姑也很仁慈地告诉我：“你照常工作生活，每天念30曼陀罗就可以了。”
You just regularly go to work and do regularly life, spend your regularly life and 3 times Gayatri mantra. That's it.
我很愉快的接受这个训示，因为这并不是很难。
I'm so happy to take this instruction because for me it's not very difficult.
就算我像以前一样工作生活，在生活中有各种有罪恶的活动，但只要我记得念34曼陀，就是在实行孤爹的训示。
I'm doing, when I back to China, I'm doing my regularly work, my life, and even there's a sin in all the activities, but I just remember that 3 times Gayatri mantra every day.
因此，我顶拜这个训示，继续我日常的工作生活。
So I just do my regularly work, life, everything.
大约过了半年之后，我发现不能像以往一样去伊斯皇庙宇参与各种活动了。
After half an hour, I've realized that I can't go to ISKCON to attend all the activities and programs.
因为他们决定不让我们去那里做。
Because they had made this decision that we cannot go their temple to do all the service and all the activities.
刚才一段了，
没关系。
因为他们决定不让我们去那里做服务，跟他们来往。
They don't allow us to go to ISKCON to do service, and they don't want anyone keep touch with us.
在那段时间，南达巴布帮助我们，对我们讲苦真理，他每天都讲一些课。
In that tough time, very tough, very difficult time, Nanda Prabhuji from Hong Kong, he gave us lots of help. He speech every day about Guru Tattva.
好在萨西卡拉弟弟啊、维萨卡弟弟啊等等，我们几个人也有了一个新的小的中心来讲。
Like in China, Sasikala Didi, Visakha Didi, and Lalita Madhava Prabhu with Nanda Prabhuji from Hong Kong, they have a very small center and group.
这样就可以维持我日常的灵修了。
Like that, I can continue my daily sadhana.
到了2016年11月份，我去圣地温德文朝圣的时候，
During the November of 2016, when I go to Vijñāna.
因为有几次我想放弃了工作，想去圣地灵修，所以我就问了关于工作的问题。
Because I got several times I want to give up the job. I don't want to go to work. I just want to stay in India to do the sadhana. So I asked this question several times to 你说下去。
所以我问姑爹，我现在能不能出来专注的去灵修呢？
He just asked Gurudev, can I give up the work and the life? I just come here to do sadhana.
那时候是南达巴布翻译，还没等到我姑爹开口，姑爹身边的仆人立刻明白姑的意思，马上回答。
Nanda Prabhuji didn't translate what he said, and Gurudev, the servant of Gurudev, he already recognized what Gurudev will say.
然后立刻回答说：“你要有点耐心，等到那时候，你就会明白你能不能出来了。”
He told him that you should have patience, wait, and wait. After that, you will know if you can go out, if you can go to India.
这个情景就像一个主人，他举起一根木棒，要打那个来跟着他的疯狗一样。
And this scene, just like one father, he just raised up the wooden to beat his children, beat his beat dog. He said beat dog.
之后我就灰溜溜的跑回来了，不敢再去问什么训示了。
Then he's afraid of ask any one of them instruction. He just come back to China, frustrated.
在姑爹隐世之后，我也曾有想放弃工作的想法，去圣地寻找圣人联谊。
After Gurudev disappeared, he still got some sense that he wants to give up his job. He wants to give up his job and go to India to do sadhana.
但是经过咨询南达巴布和萨西格纳弟弟的意见和考虑，想到姑爹的训示之后，我还是继续保持我的工作。
After he got advice from Nanda Prabhuji, Sasikala Didi, they give her his advice that don't give up his work, don't give his life, and just do sadhana in China. So he just followed that.
我现在想起来，姑爹的训示是那么的实在有力。
Nowadays, he think about what Gurudev told him. The instruction is so powerful.
很有意见性。
It's really give him sense.
因为疫情的缘故，就算我放弃了工作，我也哪里都去不了。我终于明白姑爹的话语。
Because of coronavirus, he can't go any place, even go to India to do sadhana. So now he realized why Gurudev will say like that. Don't give up your job and don't go to India, only do sadhana.
所以我顶拜姑爹是个曾经给我的训示，同时我也提醒自己的心意。
I pay lots of obeisances to Gurudev's instruction, and I also pay obeisances to my mind.
心意啊，请你不要以姑爹的训示为借口，从事罪恶活动。
Mind, don't give any excuses that if Gurudev give the instruction, do some sinful things.
因为这2天我还在妄想着，等我退休之后，我就可以到全国各地去旅游，去享受生活了。
Now I still work. After I retired, I can travel lots of places. I can enjoy my life.
这是不恰当的运用姑爹的训示。
这是什么？这是不恰当的，对吧？
不恰当的运用姑爹的训示。
It's not appropriate to according to Gurudev's instruction. It's wrong thinking.
姑爹，请你散发一点仁慈给我吧。
Oh Gurudev, give me some mercy.
让我有能力恰当地追寻你的步伐，去除我心中的软弱。
Let me follow your step and give up some my weakness.
我也向圣哈利大师打布祈祷，请求他的原谅，不过往的冒犯。
I pray for Hari Das Thakur to forgive me and my offense.
给我一点念诵圣名的品味吧。
Give me some taste for chanting Harinam.
Hare Krishna， 谢谢。
Hare Krishna. 谢谢跑步。下面哪位可以分享？李春玉弟弟来了吗？李春玉弟弟没来。Lalita Shindare 弟弟可以分享吗？因为时间也差不多，还有几分钟。
你指的是哪一位啦？给他送的人吗？
Lalita Shindare 就那个，你也可以分享，没有关系。
关键是我知道的太甚少了，我知道的太少。首先呢，我得顶拜我的咕噜的，从我的咕噜的身上呢，就看到我的施工是如此的完美，因为我这么说，你都能听到啊。首先我顶拜我自己的咕噜的，因为从我咕噜的一言一行的所有的行为举止，他就看得出我的施工的那么的完美那么的伟大。
I pay lots of obeisance to my Gurudev Siddhanti Mahārāja. From Siddhanti Mahārāja, I can make out that.
因为有好的师傅，有好的咕噜，才能够培养出好的门徒因此我就感觉的从我咕噜的身上就看到我的施工的所有的好品质都已经在我的咕噜的身上已经显现了哈利克什了。
I can feel how my Gurudev is active his activities. So I knew my Palam Gurudev is very, very wonderful.
哈利克什了。这边我就想到我的施工，在他修行之时，吃了很多的苦，吃了很多的苦。咕噜我们那个奎什那对他非常非常的仁慈，跟了他很多的一些仁慈的考验，跟了他很多的恩赐，所以他经历了许多的，但是他通过那些考试，每一道题，每一个考试，他都是接受的是那么的完美，那么的自然，所以我感觉的有这样伟大的圣人，因为有这么一种伟大的圣人出现在我们的前面，又是我的前辈，又是跟我有直接的关系，是我的师公，我也感觉的修行跟我们树立了一个榜样，对我们修行也树立一个很强烈的信心，这是值得骄傲值得荣耀的。我就感到我很荣幸，我有这么一个伟大的师公，我心里很荣耀，有的时候一想起来自己都感觉到很得瑟。哈利克什了。
He felt his Gurudev Siddhanti Mahārāja got lots of tough time, difficult time, but he still insists to guide them to go to Krishna consciousness and give them nistha. From Siddhanti Mahārāja, he knew how his Palam Gurudev is, so he's really grateful. He got this type of wonderful guru and Palam Guru.
还有我觉得我的师公他讲的就是，他说我们在听哈利卡塔也好，听人讲课也好， 首先是我们要真正的我们的内心要亲自要听到，一定要听到要听到，要知道。
We are not only listen. Palam Gurudev told us that we are not hearing. We need to do it and knowing it and remember it.
这就是修行的方向，目标准绳，真的是太好了。
It is our director. It is our director to do it. 好了，下面还有其他人，好吗？好吗？还有几分钟？4分钟，还有4分钟，谁快点？还有4分钟。
我首先还是要请求我仁慈的师公赐予我仁慈，拿走我的骄傲，拿走我的阿拉塔，因为我太堕落了。不要看我的缺点，希望他仁慈我，提示我，保护我。还得开始。
He need his Guru Mahārāja give him protect and he need to give up her anatta. Don't just look at his weak point. 好了，下面还有谁吗？福建的拉丽塔熏道人，您说几句吗？
那可以继续说吗？切了。
你说吧，就你说吧，3分钟。
那没关系的，好的。现在呢，就接着就说我师公了，觉得他那个什么，他的童年时的他启迪那个事情，我觉得他真有意思。他特别有主见，他那个人就是特别有主见。他不是随便去听别人说什么就是什么，他自己有自我的那个主见，这一点是真的是很了不起，很伟大的一个，很了不起的一个阿查尔呀，太伟大了。
She still remember the childhood, how the Palam Gurudev, his childhood, he never listened anyone's advice, anyone's opinions. He has his own thinking, so he felt that he's unique. He's different.
比如说他做不到的事情，他就马上就会说出他自己的主张，自己的建议。
他自己做不到吗？是他自己做不到吗？
他自己觉得比如说那个事情说的白天不允许休息也不允许下坡洗澡。那么这2件事情呢，在起底的时候Guru在念诵 mantra 的时候就要求有这两个标准的一个 mantra 那个。但是我们师公就说，这个事情假如有时候我身体有不适，或者说有特殊情况，我要休息，这也不行吗？这个事情我做不到。他说我毕竟还是一个还小，是个年轻小孩子。他说，我就觉得这一点他很有主张。
Just like someone say that during daytime we don't allow to go to take shower like this, but my Param Guru, they say why we cannot during daytime to take shower. I can't do that. I have to go and take shower. So she felt that he's very unique and different. He has his own opinion.
还有我的师公还说了这什么？他说他一生没有跟任何人吵过架，一生都没有跟任何人吵过1次架，没有跟任何人吵过1次。这样的品质，这样的伟大的灵魂，说真的，实在是罕有真的是罕有。我只有
our Param Gurudev, he said that he never fight with anybody in his whole life. So he felt this such character, no one has it.
还有他就是不是有一段那个祷文嘛？每天早上晚上我们都跟他祈祷。这一段
好了，结束了，8点半了。好了。Hare Krishna, we are ending.
没有说完呢。Hare Krishna.
他们有时间。
好的。
Didi. Thank you so much. Thank you, Didi. Thank you so much. I can't hear. Oh, okay, okay. Now it's okay. Now it's your turn.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
库马拉帕布，您还要唱诵吗？或者拉里他妈的哇，你们可以唱诵一下吗？拉里他妈的。
对，叫拉里他妈的巴布唱诵一下也是可以。
好的，好的。
刚才有放外面唱，如果外面唱的话，我就唱一下，也是可以。来了嘛了，宝宝，你来开场吧。
来吧，再唱一下，还得给起慢说啊。
好 ，OK。
Jai Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta
Jai Shri Krishna,
搞起了，真的，你看多不好意思啊！你看，有没有看到你的笑脸？不好，是吧？哈利路亚，
哈利路亚，
对，哈利哦，是啊，让你们神眼媚神兄弟看看笑脸，看看这里。
库马拉帕布，你是结束了是吗？
哪里的马尔巴布？你领
拉里他妈的哇！
不是，你要领唱，我们是跟唱的。
哦，好的，
我们是跟哪里他马尔巴布领唱，我们跟声唱，是。听到没有？ Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
只要一个唱就可以了，不要到处。
你还没唱啊？我们
只要一个人唱，这里不可以很多人唱啊。
哦，这样子。那哪里好了？继续开唱嘛，我们就不好意思，刚才我们本来是想跟随他一起唱，哈利比说。
抓紧时间。
看了看明了。哪里好了，巴布，请你继续唱诵吧。Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Mahārāja 结束吧。
Hare Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe Jaya Satchidananda Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Satchidananda Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Gopinande Hari Bo. 谢谢大家， Hare Krishna。
好的 ，OK，
Thank
it's your
you.
turn.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for singing beautifully.
Bye.
I remember last time when you were singing, it's very, very sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so now we go from China to the United States, and we have Achyuta Krishna Prabhu with us. Prabhu, there's 20 minutes. I hope that's okay. And thank you for joining us so early in the morning as well. I very much appreciate that.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, that's fine. 20 minutes works. So this is Achyuta Krishna Das from Los Angeles, California. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Kripaika Vita Yamaryada Rakshati Vaishnavanam Kripabalam Mad Prishtakami Shri Bhaktidam Bhāratī Mashrayama Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. So first of all, I'd like to offer my millions of prostrated Dandvat pranams at the lotus feet of my Guru Padma, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and my Shiksha Gurus, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswāmī Mahārāja, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Mahārāja, and our entire Guru Parampara. Today is the auspicious disappearance day of my Diksha Guru, Srimad Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Gosvāmī Mahārāja. It's been 5 years, and time has definitely flown by very, very quickly. I remember in 2017, when Mahārāja was exhibiting his sickness pastimes, I was here in the US, and there was a lot of confusion around that time, because initially there was thought that Mahārāja, who had displayed such sickness pastimes in the past, would come back, make full recovery. He was also planning to make to tour the world and preach more extensively. So there was a lot of hope and excitement earlier, a few months earlier, and I had met Mahārāja at Jagannath Puri during the festival, attended his Hari Kathas, and received his blessings, received my Diksha mantras the same year. So everything happened very quickly in August. But I do remember that one of Mahārāja's last live Hari Kathas that was spoken at the Sri Gopinath Gauri Math. And Mahārāja's mood was extremely somber and extremely humble. He thanked everyone for assembling there. He expressed his inability to sit down at the same level as everybody else, and wanted to make it very clear that he did not think that by sitting on the Vyasasana on a position that was elevated, that he was in a commanding position, or in a position that was higher than everybody else. But he expressed his inability to really, because of his physical condition, to sit down at the same level as everybody. So even at such an advanced stage, Mahārāja was displaying his humility and really purifying our hearts, and showing through his own acharan, through his own behavior, how an ideal devotee, an ideal sadhak should behave. And if we go back and look at Mahārāja's life, he grew up in a small village in Bengal, a Sita Rampur village, in the 1920s, and came from a beautiful Brahmin family. There was opulence, there was a lot of shiksha that he received from his aunts and from his own parents. And so he grew up with all these beautiful samskars that he, when he joined the mutt, he always had that magnanimity in his humility. I remember one incident from his childhood where Guru Mahārāja was in this going to school, and there was this boy who would repeatedly hurl expletives at Guru Mahārāja. He would call him a lot of different things, and one day Mahārāja got very upset at him, and ended up catching hold of him, and he tied him up to a tree, and then he went home. And so it was not until evening that people started getting worried at the boy's home, and they sent people out to look for him. And they finally found him tied up in the village, and the boy was completely besides himself. He couldn't speak properly. He was just stuttering. He was just shocked at what had happened to him. And so his parents asked him finally what happened. They took him out of there, and the first thing they did is they went to Guru Mahārāja's home, and they said, "Well, this is what your son's done. He's tied up our son." And Guru Mahārāja's aunt at the in that situation assuaged that family, and had them sit down, offered them something to eat, drink, calm them down, and then she called Guru Mahārāja and chastised them and told them, "Hey, this is completely unacceptable. You cannot do this." And based on that conversation, the boy's family was satisfied. They left, and then later on, Guru Mahārāja's aunt explained to him that, "Hey, just based on what, if we are going to just react to any person that comes across our path and starts to criticize us or starts to demean us, speak to us in a manner that's not acceptable, it's not in our best interest to react to every such person. So we should choose and pick our battles in life. And that is something that Guru Maharaj, one of the lessons that he carried forth in his life. I remember one of his famous sayings, which was that, in my lifetime, I never criticized or praised anybody because I didn't want to become attached to them in any way, shape, or form, either through the through the three modes. If they were people who were materialistic, he didn't want to become attached to them, because and if they were very nice people as well in the mode of goodness, he didn't want to get drawn to them either. And so he practiced that throughout his life. And I feel like Gurudev throughout his life, whatever he learned from the Vaishnava acharyas that he served, through his Guru Maharaj that he served so closely, he practiced it in his life. And I think that is the key to understanding Gurudev's nature and his humility, because he always maintained the shikshas that he received from these different acharyas very high in his mind, and he was always attempting to follow them and never go against them in any circumstances. As Maharaj truly exemplified the verse from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Guru Bhagwan Vaishnav Tinera Smaran hai Vigna Vinashan Anayase hai Nij Vancha Purna. And so this is from the Antyakhand in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. I believe is in the first 1 to 2, I believe, is where it comes from. And then Guru Maharaj went on to expound that according to Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that smaran that is referred to in this verse truly comes from kirtan, through performing of Bhagwan's kirtan in a mood of surrender, and under the anugatya, or under the guidance of the Vaishnavas, we can truly understand and understand the purport of these bhajans, and remember all these great Vaishnavas that have come to be, and by remembering them, by serving them, by following their beautiful characters and their beautiful shikshas, we can purify ourselves, and we can truly reach Bhagwan in one sense. So Guru Maharaj was really an epitome of Vaishnav Seva, and he followed very closely in the footsteps of his Guru Maharaj, Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Gosvāmī Maharaj, who once very famously said that Vaishnavas are very important to us, and if Vishnu and Vaishnav both are very important to us, and if we have a choice of or if we have to pick the one out of the two, then we must first serve the Vaishnavas, and we must serve them very nicely. So, because at the end of the day, we are all conditioned souls, as per Guru Maharaj, and it is not within our control or within our prowess to really reach Bhagwan directly. But if we try to approach Bhagwan through his shishyas, through his disciples, that may definitely open the door for us to receive Bhagwan's mercy, because these great personalities have already received Bhagwan's mercy. So we should always maintain that mood. Guru Maharaj, I want to talk a little bit about his disappearance pastimes and my own interaction during those pastimes. So going back a flashback to 2017, when I found out that Maharaj's condition was deteriorating medically, I actually flew into India. Unfortunately, by the time I was about to reach India, my flight was passing through Hong Kong, and I switched on my phone, and I got the message on my phone that Maharaj had entered Nitya Leela. during the midday pastimes of Shri Radha Krishna entering into their eternal pastimes, choosing the tithi of Srila Haridas Thakur to enter into his Nitya Leela. At the time I reached New Delhi, and I quickly had to figure out a flight to reach Sri Dham Mayapur, which I did. Unfortunately, I reached there in the morning, and I was kind of relying on the fact that I would be able to reach there on time. By the time I was in the cab and we were driving there, I was with Srimati Shamrani Didi, Vasanti Didi, we were all together. I got the news that some of the pre-samadhi activity had already commenced. So by the time we were nearing, I was not even sure, nearing Mayapur Dham, I was not even sure whether I'll be there on time, whether I will be able to attend Mahārāj's Samadhi ceremony. And so I realized the mistake, and I've been waiting at the airport for a while, waiting for the transportation, etc. And just coming to India after a long flight, I was just trying to get ready. But whenever we have an opportunity to serve the Vaishnavas, we should not waste a single moment. And that is something that Guru Maharaj taught me even in his disappearance pastimes, that if we have the opportunity to associate with Vaishnavas, we should make every endeavor possible to hasten and to be there, and to really drink their instructions through our ears, to really listen to them, and to imbibe their teachings into our lives. So by the time our cab reached there, Maharaj he had been to our Param Gurudev Samadhi. He had done his parikrama. He had gone to his dearmost god brother Shri Srimad Bhakti Ballabh Tirth Goswami Maharaj Samadhi, to Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Samadhi, and now he was being offered Abhishek. So at the time that I reached there, Maharaj was receiving Abhishek, and just the sight, just him answering my prayer that I get to see him during his Samadhi ceremony, and him reciprocating and me being able to be there on time was very overwhelming for me. And all the devotees were assembled. There was a very beautiful mood over there. Although we all know Maharaj Samadhi area is very small, it doesn't lend itself to a very large number of people to be able to assemble. But the devotees over there had done such a tremendous job in terms of organization. They set up a large screen where we could see Maharaj's Samadhi ceremony as he was finally taken. The Abhishek was performed, and I can speak at that moment. Maharaj's body was glistening. It was just, I felt like it was just like the body of Srimati Radharani, as we read in scriptures. Absolutely golden, effulgent. And he was just bathed in this most beautiful smile on his face, and almost blessing all of us who had gathered over there at the time. And Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was, always played a very big role in Guru Maharaj's life, as did all the acharyas in our movement. And I feel like, at that moment I was realizing all these different beautiful teachings that Guru Maharaj has passed on to us, and they're really his life's work. Imagine if you work your whole life and somebody says, give me all the teachings, everything that you've learned in your life, free of cost. Give me everything, right? And I'm sure, me at least, I can speak, being a very materialistic devotee, I would think twice. I would think, well, what am I going to get back in return? But here Maharaj, through his so many different books, has done exactly that. He's given us all his earnings that he's accumulated through his seva vasana, through his his intense desire and greed to serve all these beautiful Vaishnavas. And he has just taken all those beautiful teachings and rendered them to us through his books, nishulk, without taking any money, only taking our sincerity. So just like Sri Nityananda Prabhu, just taking the price of our sincerity, the price of our Shraddha, our faith. He gives us the holy name. And Guru Maharaj has given us all these beautiful teachings. And so it is our duty, it is our responsibility to serve those teachings by sharing them with others, and by spreading the words that Guru Maharaj expressed through his Hari Katha, whatever favorable impressions that Guru Maharaj has created in our chitta. It is our duty to spread them, to share them with others, to teach them to others, and to imbibe them in our character, knowing that we have received shiksha or diksha from such a great personality, and that we need to have a sense of responsibility about it. So going back to Maharaj's Samadhi ceremony, so many beautiful kirtans were sung that day. And as soon as Maharaj was lowered into the Samadhi pit, and different paraphernalia from Sri Jagannath Dev were actually placed on Maharaj. The sannyas mantras were written on him. The Gita Govinda written cloth was placed on Maharaj. As soon as those paraphernalia were placed, it started to pour and rain. It's earlier during the day, it is said it was so hot no one could imagine that it was going to rain that afternoon. And Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj at that time helped us remember, because we were also overcome with grief at that moment. We could not remember some of these words that Maharaj himself had uttered. But Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj, at that time, he reminded us of Maharaj's famous quote that, when either at the beginning, middle, or end of a ceremony or Anushthan, if it rains, if there is thunder, if there is rain, it means that Anushthan, that ceremony, has received the blessings from the transcendental authority, from the Lord himself, and should be deemed as a complete success. And that's exactly what happened at that time. The skies opened up, there was loud thunder, and along with the rain coming down, we all got very busy. We all started picking up mud, shoveling mud, and started pouring it into Guru Maharaj's Samadhi pit in a prayerful mood. And there was loud kirtan. I remember it was pouring very heavily, but the mood was of absolute ecstasy. It's just overwhelming mood, even though there was some somberness, but in everybody's heart was just pouring out through kirtan. And that kirtan has left an indelible mark on my heart. I can never forget that time, how much mercy I received personally from all the devotees that were over there. As I said, the area was very small, but even when Maharaj's Samadhi ceremony was being performed, everybody was super well behaved. Nobody was trying to rush into the Samadhi room. Nobody was trying to push each other. Everybody was just in a mood of awe and reverence and respect for Guru Maharaj, and just besides themselves with all the pain and the suffering that was brought about because of the separation from this great personality. Other than that, I can say that Guru Maharaj, through his different books, through his different disciples, have continued to shower their mercy on me through the years. Even after his disappearance. Past times, we have Shripad Madhav Priya Prabhu and Narottam Das Brahmachari, who have associated very closely over the years through their Hari Katha. And Narottam Das Prabhu, I try and speak with him. So I think the goal is, here, if we want to remember Guru Maharaj, we obviously have to follow his teachings that he imparted us. But wherever possible, we should also serve and listen to the Hari Katha and try to associate with all these people who have intimately served Guru Maharaj over the years. As also, the devotees who are assembled here in the call today, all of you have served Guru Maharaj in your capacity. And so I know we are short on time. I'm almost, I'm a minute over the time. But Guru Maharaj's glories are unlimited, as is ideal, as is opportune, as it should be, and we should always glorify him in our heart for everything that he has done for us. I'm eternally grateful to all the Vaishnavas, to Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj's disciples, all my Shiksha Gurus who brought me, Srimati Shamrani Didi, who brought me to my Guru Maharaj and gave me the opportunity to seek his shelter. So with that, I want to offer my gratitude to Didi here, who has given me this opportunity to speak and to glorify Guru Maharaj. Again, Gurudev's glories are unlimited, and as he would say, it's like trying to fill a small pitcher with the whole ocean. So his glories are unlimited. But this is my humble attempt at trying to bring out some of Guru Maharaj's glorious activities and his beautiful pastimes. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Thank you so much, Achyuta Krishna Prabhu, for joining us. I'm sorry you couldn't get through in the beginning there. We had some technical difficulties today for some reason, but thank you so much for your Harikatha. It's very sweet hearing some pastimes of Srila Maharaj and your pastimes, especially today of his leaving pastimes. It was really lovely to hear that today, especially. So thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining us, especially so early in the morning for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I saw Vasanti was on just now, and then she's gone off again. So I don't know. I'll just check on Facebook to see if everything's okay there for Shamarani Didi to come and speak for us. Haribol. I was just texting you on Facebook.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Dandava pranams.
Can you hear me?
I can, Didi, yes.
You can. All right.
Yes, thank you.
So shall I start?
Yes, please.
Agyanam timirandasya Jnananjana salakaya Chaksurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Twadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah. Yang Pravrajantam Manupetam Apeta Krityam Dvaipayano Viraha Tadavajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Tadavo Banedu Tam Sarvabhuta Hridayam Manimanatosmi Bhaktya Vahina Aparada Lakshay Chaptasya Kamadi Tarangamadye Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapadyam Prende Namaste Charanarvindam Tavaivasmi Najivamitam Vina Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Sharanantike. First, I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pada Stotra Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. The same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudevs. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupada. Stotra Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja and Srila Bhakti began Bhāratī Gosvāmī Mahārāja. To our Param Gurudev Srila Bhakti began Keshava Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Thakur Prabhupada, and Srila Bhakti Doit Madhav Gosvāmī Mahārāja. This is a very good opportunity, and to all of you beautiful assembled devotees, the very good opportunity for advancement, because both the appearance and disappearance days, and this is Viraha Mahotsav, the special Raha meeting, Maha, great Utsav festival. Of course, on the day of his disappearance, it doesn't seem like a festival, but after that, there's no difference between the appearance and disappearance days, because both give us up the opportunity for remembrance. So I'm going to share some remembrances, some pastimes that he mercifully allowed me to participate in. As some of you may know, Srila Gurudev nicknamed me Question Rani, because I had so many questions. And with Srila Mahārāja, of course, we all had so many questions, but particularly, I don't know why, but because he would give out prasadam on any and every occasion, whether he would give class or whether he was not going to give class because he was doing a tired pastime, or at a darshan, or just to come in, line up, get your prasadam and offer your obeisances and go. He was very fond of giving out prasadam. So one day I asked him, what are you doing when you give out prasadam? Because you always do it. So he didn't answer me. It was only me and one or two other devotees in his room. And he didn't answer me. I think you all know how he looks like he's watching a TV show and he's going like that. Whenever he's talking to anybody or not talking, he looks like he's watching a Goloka Vrindavan TV show. So he didn't answer me. And then I thought, well, maybe he didn't understand my English. So Sundara Gopal Prabhu was there, his trusty servant, and he translated me into Hindi. And still Srila Mahārāja was doing his TV show. And then a couple of minutes later, a bunch of devotees came in. And so I understood that he was waiting to give the answer to a crowd. So as soon as the crowd came in, he said, the question is asked, why do I always give out prasadam? What am I doing when I give out prasadam? And so what I'm doing is I'm taking away all your anarthas and I'm giving Krishna prema. Isn't that amazing? That reminds me of when our Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja was in the airport in Los Angeles, and one of his disciples asked, what do you do with us? What are you doing when you're looking at us with your big blue eyes? He said, I'm giving Krishna prema. Also, even when Srila Mahārāja or devotees like him are calling on others to speak, or when somebody else is translating his Hindi, even when he's not speaking, the prema atoms are coming out of the pores of his body. Then regarding prasadam, another time I told him that I have a doubt, because I had no doubt previously when I knew that the guru who's passing on the prasadam from the disciple to Krishna, I knew that it was going to be prasadam. But now Srila Gurudev left the vision of the world and he has so many disciples. And how do I know if any particular one of them is qualified, is even there in his picture, so that he can pass on the prasadam or give it, offer it to Radha and Krishna. So Srila Mahārāja answered, if the devotee is sincere, then Krishna will make an arrangement. Then told the story of Raghunandana Thakur. I think you are all familiar with that pastime. He was a young boy. His father is Mukunda. And Mukunda is also a great devotee. And one day he was leaving for a couple of days, going out of station, and he asked Raghunandan to take over, to watch everything. So he had a Gopinath deity, and he didn't know any mantras, but he had so much faith that when he put the bhoga in front of the deity, and the deity, you know, the prasadam, the bhoga looked like it was still there. Of course, everything happens on another platform, but he was so upset. He said, my father will get angry with me if you don't eat, no mantras, but just eat, please eat. And then he saw the deity eating all the prasadam. And then when his father came back, he said, where's all the prasadam? He said, the deity ate it, there's nothing left. So then his father was doubtful. So then the next time Raghunandan went onto the altar, and the deity was in the middle, in the middle of taking the laddu. So then the father, he was hiding behind the curtain, and then the deity saw that he was there, so he stopped eating. But already his father got the understanding that because of the qualification of his son, therefore the deity ate right in front of him. Same thing with Madhavendra Puri. He saw when he was having a festival every day, and every day a new village would come and bring all of their bhoga, and there would be a mountain of bhoga that was being offered. And only he could see that the deity, that is Gopal, was eating everything. It disappeared, and then he returned a new thing that was mixed with the nectar of his lips. So similarly, Maharaj was giving the example of Raghunandan, so much so that later on, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Mukunda, who's the father and who's the son? He said, Raghunandan is the father and I'm the son. And Mahaprabhu confirmed, yes, whoever's giving bhakti, he is the father. Then another time, sometimes he would, like in Jagannath Puri as an example, he would give out the prasadam to, whether it was Jagannath's, that rectangle thing with the grains, and it was very sugary, crackery. So he would give out some, and then he would give the rest to Madhavapriya Prabhu to give out to everybody. So I didn't want to take it from the hand of Madhavapriya. So then Maharaj said, if I give it to somebody to give to you, it's being given by me. And then another time in, I think it was Chandigarh, was at a house program. He said that he told me, I had a question, I don't remember this question, but he said, even if the pure devotee hasn't formally offered it, or even if he's being given bhoga, let's say he's been given bhoga by the devotees handing him bhoga, and then even if he hasn't formally offered it, but then he's distributing it, then you know that Krishna ate it. Whereas, even if someone who's not pure does all the proper mantras and the proper procedures and the proper cleanliness, still you're not sure that Krishna ate it. Then another time, this was in Pune, and you know how gurus go on morning walks and everybody goes with them. So he used to go on an afternoon walk in the neighborhood of where he was staying in Pune. Oh, by the way, how much time do I have? How much more time do I have?
You have 15 minutes.
Okay.
There's a strange feedback noise. I don't know what it is. It sounds like a train whistle or something. Every time you're speaking. It only happens when you speak. Do you know what that is?
There's no noise here.
It must be something coming through. Okay, not to worry
I
then.
can't imagine. I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay.
Is what I'm saying clear though?
It is, yeah. It's just got this strange noise with it, but it's okay. That's okay.
Okay. If there's a next time, then I'll try to use earphones that plug into the computer and see if that stops it.
Okay.
All right. So then, so his practice was to walk a little bit, and then somebody had this little kind of like a stool, but it had a cloth top, you know, those kind of stools. So they would, every few minutes, he would sit down on one of those cloth stools, and we would ask questions, or he would just sit, look at the TV, and then proceed on. So on this particular day, I was very upset with Visanji because I don't know how to appreciate great devotees. And to my sense, she hadn't done something the way I wanted her to do it. And she's always serving me hand and foot and making me happy and keeping me alive. But I have a tendency to be ungrateful. So I was, even though I was walking with the pure devotee, I was in the middle of criticizing her in my mind. So then when Śrīla Mahārāja sat down, and we all sat down on the concrete surface, on the sidewalk next to him, he told the story. He said there was a barber, and the barber was walking through the forest to go to his next engagement, and he had to go through the forest. So in the forest, he saw a lion, but the lion didn't attack him. The lion was just sitting there and kind of licking his paw. So he came closer to the lion, and he saw that the lion had a big thorn in his paw, and it was giving him a lot of pain. So he pulled the thorn out from the lion's paw, and because he always would keep his medicines, natural medicines with him, or medicines from the forest, he put the medicine on the paw and bandaged it, and then he proceeded to his next engagement. And then as fate would have it, this lion was captured, and he was in a cage. And at the same time, somebody had committed a crime, and he was charged by the police with that crime. And so the punishment for the crime was that you have to go into this stadium, and then they let the lion out, and then the lion eats you. So it happened to be that same lion. And so then the barber was in the stadium, and they let the lion out, and the lion ran towards him. But as soon as the lion got close, he remembered that this is my savior. So he just started purring and sitting next to him. So then the government, whoever was the punisher, they realized that the lion's not going to punish him. Why should we? And they let him free. So Śrīla Mahārāja was saying that even a lion remembers and is grateful. And then turning the next obvious, so what to speak of Lord Nityananda? If a little bit of surrender is done, if a little bit of service is done, how much grateful Nityananda Prabhu is. So we want to take shelter of Nityananda. Then another time he was also in Pune, and he'd take his walks. And I was upset because there wasn't translations. You know, generally Madhava Priya Prabhu would translate, but for some reason there was no translations, and it was only Hindi. So I told Maharaj that I'm upset, there's no translations. I didn't know what he was saying. So he said that it doesn't matter what the language is, because it's a language of love. And he gave the example. He said, just look at me when I speak and pray to understand. Then he told the story of that in one of his mutts, there was cows. Which one was that? I think it's in Mayapur. they have cows. And there was one cow that they bought that was very ornery. And he wouldn't let anybody, he would butt, with his head, any of the brahmacharis who would come near him. So they didn't know what to do. They wanted to get rid of that cow, get another cow. So they told Śrīla Mahārāja, and then he went to the cow and he started feeding the cow that gourd, big blocks of gourd and other things. And he would take a look and see carefully what particular items the cow liked. And so he would make sure to bring that to the cow. And because Mahārāja is a pure devotee and loves everybody, he emanated so much love to the cow. And the cow understood his language of love, even though he couldn't understand English, or rather Hindi. But he became the best cow. So, and then gradually he started liking the brahmacharis as well. So that was a language thing. Even if you don't understand Hindi, just listen, pray, look at me, and you'll get it. And so that's what I started doing. And it's very helpful. Another two examples that he gave when I was present in his classes, perhaps Chandigarh or Puri, I forget, regarding the language of love. He said, in the language of love, no means yes. And the example he gave is that when Krishna approaches Radharani and wants to touch her, she says, no, don't come near me. Don't touch me. But what does that mean? Yes, touch me. Yes, come near me. But because it's like that, in that mood of contrary, that increases Krishna's eagerness and desire. Another story he told, true story, about a king of, I think it was Assam, but I'm not 100% sure. And the enemy country attacked and as a war. But somehow or other, the king escaped and he went to the forest, but his wife couldn't escape. And they threw her in the jail and they were torturing her. So as he was in the forest, he overheard two people talking. You know, our king or ex-king is so terrible. He's free as a bird, and he's letting his wife be tortured in the prison and not doing anything about it. So he hadn't known that. So he thought, I have to do something. So he went there, and he was really skinny, not eating properly, and he had this straggly beard. So he went to where the prison was, and he told the guards, I am the queen's guru, and she wants to see me. And so they let him in. They had, that much piety. So then as soon as the queen saw him, she went, oh, get him out of here. He's not my guru. He's just a lusty man. Throw him out. So they slapped him around and then kicked him out. So what was the meaning of that? The meaning is that she knew that if he stayed there any more few minutes, they would gradually realize that he's the king underneath all that slovenliness and skinniness, and that they would torture him, and that would be worse torture for me to see him being tortured. So he was so grateful. So this is a combination of language of love and grateful. He was so grateful to her that he somehow or other got his power back, and he built a big monument for her in her glory. Then whenever we were at either in a temple or in a house program, we have our usual ways of worshiping Tulsi. We sing, what do we sing? We sing Namo Namah Tulsi Krishna Prayasi. And then we circumambulate her with Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna. So Śrīla Mahārāja would often circumambulate Tulsi with, and then we would sing with him. Gangeya champeya tadi panindi rochi varaha napitapta vinde bandhu kabandhu duti dipti vaso Rinde Namaste Charanarvindam. 8 prayers to Tulsi. And while he was walking around, he would be picking the leaves of Tulsi that he considered unofferable. Of course, when everything is unofferable, everything becomes offerable. Even the dust of dried Tulsi leaves becomes offerable. But because it was such a nice plant, he would pick off the broken or the white or the yellow leaves. And he said, this is Tulsi Seva. Let's see. Also, when at whatever temple we were at with him, like in Puri, he would always circumambulate all the deities. But it was a big circumambulation because there was also the 4 Sampradaya Acharyas, and then there was 3 gigantic major altars. And so, as you know, he didn't go down on the ground and offer obeisances, but he would just go like that because of his age. And then he said that if the pure devotee simply offers obeisances to the deity, that means the deity is automatically installed and deity is automatically present just by his obeisances. He's that powerful. He makes the deity present. And then one day it was in, where was that? It was in Delhi. And he went to Delhi right after quitting, walking out on his mutt in Mayapur, Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya mutt, leaving. And because they were committing too many offenses to him, saying that, well, that's a whole other, and I can talk about that in next time. Because we saw many letters from him and statements from him anyway. So Vasanti and I, as soon as we heard that he left and went to Delhi, Vasanti and I had also been in Mayapur, and we immediately got the first plane out to meet him in Delhi at Gurgaon, staying at one devotee's house. And so we were so frustrated because the plane didn't arrive for a long time, and then it was already 8 o'clock when it arrived in Delhi, and we didn't get to the place till 9 o'clock at night. But he's so merciful, it turned out that he was waiting for us, and then he immediately let us in as soon as we arrived, because he's grateful also when devotees, just like our Gurudev, Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Narayana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, he was grateful when devotees would quit an institution that was offensive to him and join him. So similarly, Śrīla Mahārāja. So we immediately followed him to Delhi because he was the only reason we were there at the mutt anyway in the first place. And then that night and the next day, he was discussing how he left, and he said, I've done everything. I've done construction. I've done mutt, all the mutt savers. I've opened temples. But now, for the rest of my life, I only want to give Hari Katha. And his giving Hari Katha was so amazing because he couldn't stop. He was so absorbed in his trance of giving Hari Katha. I think any one of you who were in his classes, you saw that his servants, because of his health, would make him stop, and then he would get up speaking and walk away speaking. So he was just so absorbed in his trance of Hari Katha. So he said, for the rest of my life, all I want to do is give Hari Katha. And then there started to be letters from different institutions, because his institution didn't want him to give initiation. But if nobody else talks about it, Chandrika, let me know and I'll talk about that whole thing. And the next thing would be his appearance day. This is his disappearance day. His appearance day, wow, is very far away in July, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I was talking about. All right. So letters would come in, like from our International Pure Bhakti Yoga Society, Gurudev Sangha. Letters would come in that you can stay with us, you can give initiation, we'll honor you, even though some of them were already giving initiation as well in Gurudev Sangha. So then Mahārāja said, if I took seriously, if I heard any offenses to me or any glorification of me, and I was dependent upon that, like now he was getting the letters of invitation in honoring him. He said, I would become entangled in the three modes of that person. So I neither become attached to the glorification nor to the deformation. And one other thing that he said in that same room another day, Devamai, one of his disciples from America, from California, she asked him in the same room, is it okay to chant with beads in the bed? Like when you're going to sleep or you first wake up and you can't really move. And he said yes. So that was really a good thing for me, because I was a little concerned because I have a hard time getting up in the morning. So I chant I could chant for 2 hours in bed before I'm ready to get up. And I was so relieved when he said yes, not only chanting, but even chanting with the japa bag. And one other question that was asked him about vegan. One devotee who was a vegan, and he was asking Mahārāja about that. So Mahārāja answered that unless everybody in the world becomes vegan, it's not going to help the cows. What will help the cows, because they're not going to close down the slaughterhouses unless there's a big enough number, and there isn't. He said what will help the cow is if the bhoga is offered, the dairy is offered with love and devotion, and Krishna takes that, then that cow is benefited in his next life. So it's now 9:30. I'm going to end here. And thank you very much for giving me all of your association and inspiring me to increase my remembrance of Śrīla Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhuveva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo.
Thank you so much, Ramana Didi, for joining us today and sharing us some beautiful stories as always. Thank you so much. Dandavat Pranam.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you to Vasanti Didi as well. Sorry we didn't hear from you today. Hope all is well.
She's shy.
Oh, we missed her today. Thank you so much. Okay, so now for our last dear speaker, Sundar Prabhu in India. If you would like to join us, please, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. It's nice to see you. How are you?
Yeah,
I can see you in the institute there.
yes.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Prabhu. I'll pass the floor to you, please.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjanashana Shuddham Vitamina Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Shri Gaurapiyaya Murti Srimati Bhakti Ballavati Gosvāmī Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Shri Rupanuga Priyaya Srimati Bhakti Daita Madhava Gosvāmī Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine. Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. I pay my obeisances to my most revered Guru Maharaj, Jai Om Vishnupadashtottara Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, to my Param Gurudev Nitalila Pravishta Om Vishnupadashtottara Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Madhav Goswami Maharaj, to Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, to whose disappearance tithi is today, Revered Shiksha Guru Nitalila Pravishta Om Vishnupadashtottara Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Goswami Maharaj. So the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math are immensely in debt to Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Maharaj for his contribution. So I have been seeing Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Goswami Maharaj from 2008 when I joined the Math. So when I have joined the Math, I have heard from several devotees about the glories of Srila Bhāratī Maharaj, because I would always see when in our Math, when we would have some confusion of something, or maybe it's in the almanac, or maybe some questions, if anyone would run away to the room of Srila Bhāratī Maharaj and would go and ask him. And Srila Maharaj, I have seen always would sit on his bed with the chanting beads, and whoever would go and ask him anything, Maharaj would give the answer and would solve all their queries. Many devotees, the senior devotees, and especially morning time, Maharaj would be in his room or just outside his room. In the Calcutta temple, there is a place, so he would walk, and anybody would pass from the stairs, Maharaj would speak to them, ask them how they are doing. Very sweet. So, and anybody whoever would pass from there, they would pay pranam to Maharaj and would ask for things and would go. So it was like that. And in those days, like in 2008, like Guru Maharaj was in his room, Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Maharaj, Bhakti Sundar Narsingha Maharaj, Bhakti Niketan Turyashrami Maharaj, and so many other sannyasis of Param Gurudev disciples, they were all staying. So in each floor, like first floor Guru Maharaj, second floor Srila Bhāratī Maharaj, mezzanine floor Narsingha Maharaj, Pujyashri Maharaj on the third floor. The Math was full of all the stalwart sannyasis of Srila Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj. So it was amazing to see. So, and especially we would love to see when during the festivals in the temple hall, they all would sit together. Like in the middle, Guru Maharaj would sit, and just on the right hand side of Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Maharaj, then all the other god brothers. So all the senior sannyasi disciples of Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj on the stage sitting and speaking. And Srila Gurudev would knew that Srila Bhāratī Maharaj was not well, and also he would not sit for a long time. So Guru Maharaj would always give the chance to Bhāratī Maharaj first. And Srila Gurudev was he was the epitome of giving respect to someone. So what he would do, he would always offer the first sandalwood pulp on the forehead of Bhāratī Maharaj and would offer the garland to Bhāratī Maharaj first. And I have seen these things, I have seen with my own eyes, that we would sit on the floor and how they would fight. And when Guru Maharaj would give the garland, Bhāratī Maharaj would not accept, but Bhāratī Maharaj wanted to give to Gurudev first. So it was like 2-3 minutes of sweet exchanges, like Bhāratī Maharaj is not accepting the garland, wanted to give to Gurudev since he is the Acharya. Like this it would happen. Very beautiful things to see, and we would all laugh when devotees on the temple hall. And also in the morning time, Guru Maharaj would come out from his bhajan kuti to go inside the Param Gurudev room. So sometimes it would happen, Srila Bhāratī Maharaj would also come during that time. So Guru Maharaj would, inside Param Gurudev's room, I have seen in Calcutta, Guru Maharaj would pay obeisances, and then after that, when he would see Bhāratī Maharaj standing, Guru Maharaj would come near to Bhāratī Maharaj. Since Bhāratī Maharaj is very tall and Gurudev is little short, so I have seen Guru Maharaj would pat on the chest of Bhāratī Maharaj like this, that Maharaj, how are you? Maharaj, how are you? And Bhāratī Maharaj holding the stick like this would, Ei, ami bhalo achi, and he would say, I am good. And Guru Maharaj would pat on the chest, on the shoulder. Guru Maharaj would show like this, that so much love and affection between the god brothers, because Guru Maharaj and Bhāratī Maharaj were from the beginning of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math with Param Gurudev Srila Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj. So Guru Maharaj would do like this on the chest and the shoulder of Bhāratī Maharaj. Nowadays, it's very rare to see between such love between the god brothers, but we have seen when Guru Maharaj and Bhāratī Maharaj, so beautifully Guru Maharaj would pat on the chest and on the shoulder of Bhāratī Maharaj. Also, every day when before Narottam Prabhu, there were 2 other sevaks of Bhāratī Maharaj. So Agadaman Prabhu and Sridhar Prabhu. So when they would serve Bhāratī Mahārāja, they would come in the evening to take prasad from Guru Maharaj during Guru Maharaj darshan in the evening at Kolkata Mutt. And even though Guru Maharaj has met Bhāratī Maharaj in the morning inside the room of Param Gurudev, but still he would ask Sridhar Prabhu or the other Seva, how is Maharaj doing? Did he eat? Is everything going okay? Are you giving him proper prasadam? Are you giving? Guru Maharaj was so concerned about all his god brothers, and he would say yes, yes, yes. And sometimes when there was very confidential talk or between the god brothers, Bhāratī Maharaj would come in the afternoon. I have seen after Guru Maharaj lunch, Bhāratī Maharaj lunch, Bhāratī Maharaj would come down from the stairs to Guru Maharaj room, and for hours they would spend time. And it was like when Bhāratī Maharaj would come inside the room of Guru Maharaj would say to his sevaks that nobody can come inside. So it was like a sweet exchange between the god brothers. And when, like after an hour or 1.5 hours, when Bhāratī Maharaj would go, both the god brothers are smiling. So many things they have shared, we didn't know, but so many things would go between them. That was very sweet. So often Bhāratī Maharaj would come down to Guru Maharaj, especially in the afternoon. And then I have heard from Bhakti Niketan Turiyaswami Gosvāmī Mahārāja that it was during when Swami A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Gosvāmī Mahārāja, he went to USA, and after first time when he came back with his few of his disciples. So one of them was Achyutananda Prabhu, and I think maybe Jayapataka Maharaj or maybe another devotee. So 3 of them or maybe 2 of them he came back with. So these 3 Western devotees, they were staying in Devananda Gauriya Mutt because there were some devotees who would speak in English. So what happened that time, the temple construction of our Chaitanya Gauriya Mutt, I mean the guest houses construction was going on. So Bhāratī Maharaj was staying there, and Guru Maharaj was doing preaching, and Turiyaswami Maharaj was also there. And that time only the land was offered by Param Gurudev to Swami Maharaj. When you go inside the Mayapur ISKCON, the left-hand side land, that was where 24 hours Harinam Sankirtan goes. That's the place Param Gurudev gave to Swami Maharaj. Because Param Gurudev was the one who first acquired land in Mayapur, and then he slowly started calling all his god brothers. Since Swami Maharaj was not there in India, so he was the one who came last. So Param Gurudev was only left with that much piece of land. So he gave to Swami Maharaj. And later ISKCON bought lands and made it big. So that piece of land was given to Param Gurudev gave to Swami Maharaj. So these devotees, Achyutananda Prabhu, Jayapataka Maharaj, they were taking care of the small construction which was happening. So they were staying in Devananda Gauriya Mutt, and every day they had to travel from Devananda Gauriya Mutt to Mayapur by boat. So one day, these devotees were walking on the streets of Mayapur, and fortunately, Bhāratī Maharaj was also on the street. So Bhāratī Maharaj saw these 2 sannyasis coming on the way. So seeing that, Bhāratī Maharaj saw that they are Western devotees. Bhāratī Maharaj started talking to them in English. And when Bhāratī Maharaj started talking to them in English, these devotees were relieved. There is also sannyasis in Mayapur who speaks English. Just because of the communication, we are staying in Devananda Gauriya Mutt so far, and we have to go up and down to see the construction work. Then Bhāratī Maharaj said, no problem. If you want, from today, you can stay in our mutt and you can look after the temple construction. So since that day, Achyutananda Prabhu and other devotees, they have come to Mayapur and started staying in our Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Mutt. And Bhāratī Maharaj would do all the communication with them in English and would help them whatever they would require. And they were extremely happy. So this I heard from Turiyaswami Maharaj, how they came and stayed in our mutt and was taking care of the construction. Second thing, sweet thing is Turiyaswami Maharaj, Bhakti Vijñāna, Bhāratī Maharaj. This is during Param Gurudev's time. They have done a lot of preaching together. So when Param Gurudev would visit to various places for preaching, Bhāratī Maharaj, Turiyaswami Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, they would all go together with many other devotees also. So Turiyaswami Maharaj would share all these sweet pastimes of Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Maharaj. And another thing is during Purushottam month, I think this is 2011. So what would happen in major festival time, we would get the opportunity of associating with Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Maharaj in our Chaitanya Gauriya Mutt in Calcutta. So Guru Maharaj was there, Bhāratī Maharaj was there. So the mutt was full of stalwart sannyasis. So we would first get to hear from Guru Maharaj, then Bhāratī Maharaj would speak Harikatha. So in 2011, the Purushottam month was observed. Devotees were observing Purushottam month in the company of Srila Gurudev and Srila Bhāratī Maharaj in Calcutta. So every day, Bhāratī Maharaj would come down to speak Harikatha. And that time, 2-3 Western devotees started coming to Bhāratī Maharaj to hear Harikatha in the Calcutta Mutt. And even though there was no translator, so first I was asked by some devotees that you should translate. Even though I was a very novice that time and no such Vaishnav terminology I would know. So I would try my best to translate. I would only follow the eyes and the lips of Srila Bhāratī Maharaj and would try my best to translate so that the devotees could understand. So after every day's Harikatha, I would go, when Maharaj would go up to his room, I would go and pay pranam to Maharaj and would Maharaj would ask me, you have translated properly? And I would fear, Maharaj, I mean, I have tried my best, but I don't know if they have understood. But Maharaj would say, no, you should ask them whether they have understood, because whatever I am saying, that should be transmitted to the devotees, not if not properly exact, I mean something so that they can understand. I said yes. So like this, my translation, I mean, started improving a lot by the grace of Bhāratī Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. They would always engage me in translation service when any devotees would come. And later many other devotees came, Pujapad Madhav Prabhu came, so then he was translating. So before that, I would get chance to translate Srila Maharaj Harikatha. And that was in 2011. I was around 17 years old that time. So like this. So one day, same like that, Maharaj spoke Harikatha and one of my godbrother just made a random comment. So he went up to Srila Bhāratī Maharaj, paid obeisances and said, Maharaj, Sundar Gopal is translating every day. So why don't you bless him that he should go to West? And Maharaj looked at him and then he looked at me and smiled and said, if Krishna desires, he will definitely go. Nothing is going to happen by your saying or my saying. If Krishna desires, he will definitely go. And Maharaj smiled and he left. Then in that same year, not same, but in 2012, during Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri. So that was a very tragic moment. In 2012, I fell in front of Jagannath's chariot and I was very badly stamped. So the next year when I attended the Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri in 2013, I didn't go at all in front of the chariot. Rather, I was standing on the terrace and took darshan of the Raths. So after Baladev, Subhadra and Jagannath's chariots passed by, I came down and I saw that Srila Bhāratī Maharaj is sitting outside the temple office on a bench. So I saw him. So I went, instead of going out of the temple, I went straight to him. I paid my obeisances. And then Maharaj asked, Are, where did you go? You were coming. Maharaj asked me whether I pulled the Rath and came. I said, no, Maharaj. I explained to him that last year I fell so badly and got stamped. I am scared to go this time. So I was standing on the roof and was taking darshan of the chariots. Maharaj said, Hare Baba, you are a young man. You are standing on the roof and taking darshan of the chariot. Hope. He would say like this. I said, yes, Maharaj, I'm very scared. He said, no, you should go. If in your age, I would have been there, I would have never stood on the roof. The old people, those who cannot walk, those who cannot go in the crowd, they should stand on the roof. A young boy like you should stand on the roof. If I would have been in your age, I would have ran to pull the chariots. So what happened if you have fell? See, you fell, who rescued you? Jagannath rescued you. So why you think so much? If you think Supreme Lord is there to rescue you, he will rescue you. So you should not coming to Jagannath Puri for Rath Yatra and standing on the roof. Hi Bhagwan, like Maharaj was making some gestures like this. So he said that if I would have been at your age, I would have ran immediately to pull the chariot. So hearing those words, Maharaj was inspired me. And even though all the 3 Raths already passed by the mart, I was still thinking I have a chance. And I ran away. I paid pranams to Maharaj and I said, okay, Maharaj, I'm going. And I ran away. When Maharaj said, you go and pull the chariot, Jagannath will rescue. So his words were having some strong, Jagannath will rescue. And I said, okay. So hearing those, I got some inspiration and I ran after the chariots to pull, even though it was late. So it was like this, and since that, every year when I'm attending the Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra, it always reminds me of Maharaj things that when you are young, steady and everything, you should not stand on the side or on the roof. When you're going to Jagannath Puri for Rath Yatra, especially coming from so far, and if you're not pulling the Rath, or you are not, Maharaj not exactly said pulling the Rath, but he said you should stand on the ground, I mean, where the Rath is going. You should stand on the road, participate in the kirtan with other devotees, and pull the chariot if it is possible. Main thing, because on the Rath Yatra day, there is a kirtan goes out from all the various institutions. So earlier I have heard from Guru Maharaj would lead the kirtan, Bhāratī Maharaj would behind. So they would not pull the chariot accurately. They would do what, when devotees would start pulling the chariots, our acharyas, they would do kirtan in front of the chariot. So Bhāratī Maharaj said, even though you cannot, if you're coming to Jagannath Puri for Rath Yatra, standing on the roof, what sukriti you will get? You should go on the road, you should participate in the kirtan in front of Jagannath, dance, and if you have the chance, you should pull the chariot. So he said, you should go and pull. If you, in your age, I would have ran to pull the chariot. So that inspires me a lot. So every year when I go, I think of this instruction of Srila Maharaj. I also have a picture I share in the Vijñāna where Maharaj was saying me, and Anjali they took that picture, and I ran away to pull the chariot after that. Another thing, in 2011, I took my mother first time to have darshan of Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Mahārāja inside his room. And I remember it's the day before the Janmashtami festival. So Math was full of devotees. And when there is some festival at Calcutta Math, and when Guru Maharaj and Bhāratī Maharaj both are there, it's like devotees are first going to the room of to Guru Maharaj, who take darshan of Guru Maharaj, take prasad, will go up, will go to the room of Bhāratī Maharaj. So I took my mother to Srila Bhāratī Maharaj, and we both paid obeisances and said, Maharaj, this is my mother. So before I said, Maharaj only said, this is your mother. I said, yes, Maharaj, this is my mother. This is the first time she's coming. So I brought him to you for your darshan. So Maharaj, you please bless my mother so that she can have Krishna Bhakti. So Maharaj told Narottam Prabhu to take out one big khaja from Jagannath Puri. So in Maharaj's room, it was always Jagannath Puri Prasad or some Vrindavan Dham Prasad was always there. So he asked Narottam Prabhu to give a prasad, and he gave the big prasad from Jagannath Puri to my mother and said, may you have Krishna Bhakti, may Krishna bless you so that you become a devotee. And she was extremely happy to receive. And Bhāratī Maharaj was so tall, like jubilant, white beard. So immediately one would see, it would like, okay, yes, he's a stalwart sannyasi. By his appearance only you can understand. So yes, so these are very sweet exchanges we have witnessed. And even the devotees of Chaitanya Gauriya still, like if you ask any devotees, this question was told to him or her by Bhāratī Maharaj several years ago. So whatever, anything, what we should do on Ekadashi, what is the, thing for Dwadashi, how we should perform this Ekadashi Vrat, anything you go and ask Bhāratī Maharaj, and whatever he would say, the devotees would follow that. So nowadays also, like devotees always remember in our contemplation, like Bhāratī Maharaj's love and affection for all of us. And even Maharaj was very attached to the devotees of Calcutta, Gauriya Math, and other also, wherever he have visited. So Bhāratī Maharaj was like the solution giver for everything. Another thing I remember, I was speaking to my godbrother, and he shared Amritananda Prabhu from Australia. So he was telling me, and also I have heard from Srila Guru Maharaj also a few times, that even though Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Maharaj was not a professional engineer, but he was expert in building, in temple construction. So what measurement of cement, what measurement of sand, everything he knew so well that Param Gurudev engaged him in construction, engaged him in looking after the construction work of all of our maths. So all of our maths construction was done under the supervision of Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Gosvāmī Maharaj. So he would stand there. So he was such expert, even though he was not a professional engineer, but still acharyas from other institutions like Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Jajavar Maharaj, when they started building their maths in Mayapur, so they would come to Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Maharaj and would ask for opinion, ask for that what is the measurement of this, what is the measurement of that. So Bhāratī Maharaj was such. So when I have seen when some reconstruction would take place in our math, the pillars, the foundation is so strong that last time one entire machine broke and they couldn't actually break that ground, what was there in the foundation stone. Such strong foundation, such strong, construction. People were amazed, and so many years ago. So that's why Param Gurudev engaged Bhaktivedanta Bhāratī Mahārāja in looking after all the construction of our mutt. Yes, and another thing was Maharaj disciplines. Maharaj was very disciplined, and time management. Like if you say he has to speak at 4 o'clock, he would be there half an hour before and would wait. And this I have seen actually in most of the disciples of Param Gurudev. Like Guru Maharaj also, if you ask Guru Maharaj that you have to travel tomorrow to some place, he will go half an hour before. So also in that same thing I have seen inside Śrīla Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Gosvāmī Maharaj. He would arrive before time and would wait there. And every day after, in Kolkata, we have seen after he would perform his morning activities, he would come down by lift downstairs, he would put water to Tulsi Devi, and he would circumambulate the temple. And I have seen Maharaj would stand in front of the deities and would put his head down like this and would mumble, maybe some prayers, of course, he would mumble some prayers, but only he could hear, no one else, because he would do it inside, internally. So Maharaj would stand and look at the deities, would bow down his head again, would chant some prayers, and again would say something. So this we have seen of Śrīla Maharaj. And another small pastime in Hyderabad, when Maharaj, it's several years ago, many years ago. So Maharaj was that time staying in Hyderabad, Chaitanya Gauriya Math. So two brahmacharis were there, and they were very, even though they were very close to each other, but they were like talking to each other in a very, by calling nicknames, always criticizing, always making jokes of each other, like this. The relationship was like this, hate-love relationship. So one day, Bhāratī Mahārāja had to go out in the afternoon, in the morning, to beg alms. This is the main thing of Gauriya Math, which still some of the maths follows, which has come from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's time of begging alms door to door. So Bhāratī Mahārāja would go for collection, actually for money collection for the running of the maths management. So Bhāratī Mahārāja would go out in the morning, like 9 o'clock, he would leave, and he would come back in the evening. So one day he went out like that, and these two brahmacharis do the offerings, afternoon do the Bhāratī and other activities. So he came back in the evening and he saw that nothing happened. These two brahmacharis are lying in their room, these, that. And even though before, Bhāratī Mahārāja told them, warned them that you should always maintain a relationship with others that is not very close, also not very far. You should always maintain a cordial relationship with each other. They were hitting each other, sometimes loving each other, and then they were criticizing each other, then they were calling by their nicknames, joking. So Bhāratī Mahārāja said that now what you're doing, it will go on, but after the one day, or maybe after a few days, when you people will fight, then it will be very problem. So he warned them before, but they didn't listen. So that day he came back in the evening and saw that nothing took place. So he didn't tell anyone. He first took shower, and then he went to the kitchen, he cooked, he offered, did all the activities, didn't say a single word to any of the brahmacharis. So 2 continuous months he did like this, didn't say anything to them that you have to do the cooking, you have to offer. He didn't say anything to them, and for 2 continuous months he continued doing like this. So one day one of the brahmacharis came and fell on the feet of Bhāratī Mahārāja and said, and please Maharaj, forgive me. And Maharaj said, why you are falling at my feet? Why? There is nothing to forgive you. So Maharaj then told him that I already told you before, now you both have fought so much that you don't want to see each other's face. That's why I told you that you should always maintain a cordial relationship, not too close, not too far. When you are too close, then there is problem, and when you are too far, then also problems. Always a cordial relationship. So now you see, so the main thing which Maharaj wanted to teach us, that why he didn't say them anything, because Maharaj told that if Maharaj would have said anything to them, then it would have not gone inside their head. Maharaj wanted them to realize their mistake so that they can understand what they have done, and they should lament for it, and they should understand the sincerity of the service. Maharaj told them that for what reason you have come to the mat, you have to understand. You have not come to the mat to joke with others, to call each other by your nickname. The main reason for coming to the mat is to engage yourselves in the service of the Lord. And if you have been given a particular service, leaving the service, if you're doing all these materialistic things, you think that for what purpose you have come to the mat, you will get that. So that they realize by their own. That's why Maharaj didn't say anything that you go do this, you go do that. He did it himself for the last 2 months. Another short, so that's what the teaching is, that they should realize it from their own, from inside, and should perform the activities. And purpose of coming to the mat is not like laughing, joking, calling people with their nicknames, but to do the services what have been given to us by our spiritual master. Another thing, when Swami Maharaj came from America, so Srila Bhakti Bhāratī Maharaj arranged for a program of Param Gurudev in Chandigarh. And during that time, he made a beautiful, nice wooden Vyasasan for Param Gurudev. So that day, 2-3 days before that grand festival, Param Gurudev wrote a letter to Bhāratī Maharaj that due to his engagements in other services and festivals, he is unable to attend the program, and said that he should go ahead with the program. So Bhāratī Maharaj understood, and the festival also happened, and nobody used that Vyasasan. He kept it reserved for Param Gurudev, that when he will come, he will use that Vyasasan. So one time, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj went to Chandigarh for some preaching after he came back from West. So that time, Bhāratī Maharaj, when invited Swami Maharaj to come to our Chandigarh Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math to have darshan of the deities and to spend some time there. So Swami Maharaj accepted the invitation of Srila Bhaktivedanta Bhāratī Maharaj and came to our Chandigarh Math. So that day when he came, Bhāratī Maharaj thought that his Guru Varga, my Gurudev's god brothers, so he thought that offering that chair of which he made for our Param Gurudev can be okay. So what he did, he offered that chair to Swami Maharaj and said, Maharaj, you can sit on this Vyasasan and can speak Harikatha to us. We will be very happy. So Swami Maharaj said, seeing that beautiful carved Vyasasan, wooden carved Vyasasan, he said, oh, you specifically made this Vyasasan for me. Then Bhāratī Maharaj said, no, Maharaj, I made this for my Gurudev, but he didn't come. So I thought, as you are coming, I should offer this chair to you. And Gurudev will be extremely happy if he will come to know that I offered this chair to you first. And Swami Maharaj said, no. If Madhav Maharaj has not used this chair, and if you have made for him, how can I use this? You give me a asan on the ground, I will sit and speak Harikatha there. So even though Maharaj insisted, but Swami Maharaj didn't sit on it because it was not used by Param Gurudev. So then he gave asan on the floor, and Swami Maharaj sat there and spoke Harikatha to the devotees, honored prasad, and spent some time at our mat. So Bhāratī Maharaj's contribution to our mat is immense. Srila Guru Maharaj would always glorify that even though Bhāratī Maharaj is coming from a very high-class Brahmin, but he was never having that pride inside him. So Guru Maharaj would always offer anything to Bhāratī Maharaj first and would say, he is coming from a high-class Brahmin, so we should offer everything to him first. So like this Guru Maharaj in terms of garland or in terms of gift. So these sweet relations are still very fresh in front of our eyes. Whenever we, in our Calcutta mat, we always remember how the relation between the god brothers were. So very sweet. So this is my small Pushpanjali into the lotus feet of Srila Bhaktivedanta Bhāratī Gosvāmī Maharaj. And whatever offenses I've committed knowingly and unknowingly, may he should forgive me and engage me in the service of Sri Guru, Vaishnavas and Bhagavan. Chandrika Didi, I would just want to do some small kirtan and is it okay?
Yes, please go ahead. That'd be wonderful.
Okay. Je anilo premodhano koruna prochu. Je anilo premodhano করুণা প্রচুর। হেন প্রভু কোথা গেলা চাজু ঠাকুর, হেন প্রভু কোথা গেলা আচার্য ঠাকুর। তাহা মোর স্বরূপ রূপ তাহা সনাতন, তাহা দাস রঘুনাথ পতিত পাবন। তাহা মোর ভট্ট যুগ তাহা কবিরা, একাকালে কোথা গেলা গৌরনটরা। পাষাণে কুটিব মাথা অনলে পশিব, গৌরাঙ্গে গুণের নিধি কোথা গেলে পাব। সেসব সঙ্গীর সঙ্গে যে কইল বিলাস, সে সঙ্গ না পাইয়া কাঁদে নরোত্তম দাস। জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর, জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর, বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয়, বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয়, গুরুদেব জয়, গুরুদেব, গুরুদেব জয়, গুরুদেব জয়। ভক্তি বিজ্ঞান ভারতী মহারাজ, ভক্তি বিজ্ঞান ভারতী মহারাজ জয়, ভক্তি বিজ্ঞান ভারতী মহারাজ, ভক্তি বিজ্ঞান ভারতী মহারাজ জয়। জয় প্রভুপাদ, প্রভুপাদ, প্রভুপাদ জয়, জয় প্রভুপাদ। নিতাই গৌর হরি বল, হরি বল, হরি বল, নিতাই গৌর হরি বল। नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। तदीय तीर भाव तिथि महा महोत्सव की जय। भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज समाधि मंदिर की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रील भक्ति बल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्रील गुरु महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रील भक्ति माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती लक्ष्मी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to glorify Śrīla Maharaj on this auspicious tithi.
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing with us beautiful stories of Śrīla Maharaj. Thank you so much. It's really nice to see you. Please give my love and my dandavat to your mother as well.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so Nadu Sundaka Prabhu ended with a beautiful kirtan of Jai and Alo Pramadana. So I'll just sing some kirtan to end the festival as a small offering for Guru Maharaj. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhattavrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhattavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev. Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Guru Parampara, Guru Parampara, Guru Parampara, Guru Parampara, Jaya Guru Parampara, Guru Parampara, Guru Parampara, Guru Parampara, Jaya Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Gosvāmī, Jaya Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Gosvāmī, Jaya Haridas Thakur, Jaya Haridas Thakur, Jaya Haridas Thakur, Jaya Haridas Thakur, Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaura Purnamani, Hare Hare Bol. So my Dandavat pranams to all dear devotees. Thank you so much for everybody who joined this beautiful festival today. And please forgive all my offences and all the mistakes and etc. all the technical problems that happened today. But thank you so much for everybody who was listening online and who joined us on the Zoom festival as well, and to my Gurudev who joined us as well. And so yes, hopefully next year, if we are very fortunate, then maybe we can hold the same festival again for Śrīla Mahārāja for his appearance and appearance days. Thank you so much. Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna, thank you for a nice program.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank
Hare
you so
Krishna.
much.
Welcome from Boston.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. It's very, very kind of you. Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, I'll end the festival now. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, everybody. Radhe Radhe, Jai Gurudev.